Welcome to Northwest Profiles, a look at people, places, and events of interest in the inland Northwest.
With the chill of winter bearing down on this 300-acre facility located just south of Calgary, Alberta, the sights and sounds of festivities seem to linger in the cool air. Here at Spruce Meadows, the equestrian center of North America, horse jumping is the venue on a world-class level. With 3 major tournaments annually, beginning with the Spruce Meadows Nationals in June, followed by the Spruce Meadows Invitational, drawing Canadian and American riders in July, and culminating with a 3rd tournament in September featuring many of the world's best riders and horses in the Spruce Meadows Masters. Show jumping takes center stage, drawing up to 400,000 spectators through the course of the 3 tournaments.
It has become, over the years, the tournament by which all other show jumping tournaments in the world are now measured against, which is quite a compliment, and we're quite happy to have achieved that over the years. It features the most prize money in the sport of show jumping, but on top of that, it features the best in the sport. Virtually every Olympic, world, Pan American, national, and continental champion who are active in the sport presently come to Spruce Meadows every September to test their wares, as it were, against the best from the rest of the world. So it's been a real rewarding thing to see Calgary being a host of international sport on an annual basis, to kind of carry on that Olympic legacy that we started in '88.
Originally developed in 1975 by owners Ron and Marge Southern, Spruce Meadows was intended to be a gift back to the city of Calgary, to a community that had been very good to them and their business ventures.
We manage the Spruce Meadows competitive horse program much as you would manage a baseball, football, or hockey team. We have a starting lineup, as it were, that currently 4 of those horses are competing in Europe on a World Cup circuit, the indoor circuit over there with a professional rider on Team Spruce Meadows. At the same time, we have trainers that stay at home bringing horses along to be able to plug into the system as they mature in their ability to progress in the sport. The professional riders here at Spruce Meadows get in the saddle at 8 o'clock every morning, and they get out of the saddle every night at 5 o'clock. So it's a full-time undertaking for them. Albert Klei is our riding master at Spruce Meadows. He's from West Germany, and he came to Canada in 1973 and has been here ever since. A career horseman. The fellow is absolutely encyclopedic about horses.
The backbone of the Spruce Meadows team is the Hanoverian, a warm-blooded sport horse which is halfway between a racehorse and a workhorse, imported from the Hanover, Germany region.
This type of horse became very interesting to Ron and Marg. However, they realized that in North America, this sport was in its infancy. And in Europe, perhaps a little bit different culture and a little bit different historic roots had led to the sport being much less elitist and much less what we refer to as the mink and manure crowd partaking in the sport of show jumping. And we, as such, decided to develop a breed of horse in North America that could meet the needs of North American riders and also make the sport more accessible to people who wanted to get after it in a serious way, in that they wouldn't have to fly to Germany to look at horses. And we undertook a breeding program the year that Spruce Meadows opened that incorporates the breeding of Hanoverian horses here at Spruce Meadows with a little added touch that we incorporate here, and that we try and infuse a little bit of thoroughbred blood into the horses to make them a little bit lighter and a little bit more athletic for the North American market.
In the sport of show jumping, it can take up to 10 years to ascertain if the breeding program is successful.
Unlike the racehorse industry, we don't even get on our horses' backs till they're coming 4 years of age. Secretariat or Seattle Slough, for instance, would have been retired at 3 and gone out to stud. We haven't even had our horses in a competitive ring yet. But on the other end of that, a good show jumper can continue its career well into its teens. So 15, 16, 17 isn't unheard of. And for that reason, we're patient when they're younger, but you also don't know the results of your breeding program until you get them into their higher levels of competition. The mental toughness of a horse in show jumping is just as an important aspect as the physical ability. We prefer a horse that isn't doesn't show us to be a super athlete at 3 years old, because often they lose their mental edge that way. They don't try as hard. There's that mental toughness and the physical toughness, and it's like trying to find the proper combination of both. We use the analogy in Canada that if you were to line up all of the hockey players in the NHL just in their sweats, you probably wouldn't pick Wayne Gretzky as the most likely candidate to be the best in the league just by looking at him. But when you get him out on the rink, he proves you wrong. So it's the same with horses. What often looks good on paper doesn't pan out, and vice versa. So there's always those intangibles involved.
The beauty of horse jumping. Each spring, 10 to 15,000 tulips bloom, eventually being replaced every September by 4 tons of freshly cut flowers from Holland, decorating the grounds. Spruce Meadows, one of Calgary's finest attractions.
We really tried to focus on the horse to bring everything together here at Spruce Meadows, because it is the founding principle of why this thing all started, was the horse, man's love for the horse. And we find that everybody loves horses. A lot of people are scared of them, but they still love them. So we've tried to make them accessible to people who might not be able to get out and see them and enjoy them on a regular basis.
If you have a topic for Northwest Profiles, send it to KSPS TV, South 3911 Regal, Spokane, Washington 99223. Northwest Profiles is a presentation of KSPS TV.